Hey guys, I'm Daniel from Consider Tech, and today we're going to talk about the 3 months later. No, let's just say I've had these AirPods Pro for 3 months now, and as you can tell, this is in a case now. Because, why not? I thought it's good to make a 3-month video. The only thing I don't like about it is that part, but again, we'll talk about that later. The 3 months video thing is something that I thought would be useful to do because of the whole part of how my Beats actually pretty much died after 3 months, right? So they haven't died, and I love them. I cannot take them out of the case and use them because that is what I'm filming with at the moment, so that kind of sucks. But I can show you them, and they look fine. So this is just going to be kind of a thing to talk about and my opinion on. Also, Consider Tech shirt. They've been made a couple times, so we have 1 or 2 left. Please email us at the email in the description is our email address. So if you really want one of these things, email us and we'll give you one. Anyway, so these are the AirPods Pro, and as you can tell, I got them in the red case to match my iPhone, which is right here. And so apparently red is my new electronic thing that I want, but whatever. Anyway, I really like these. The new updates coming out, the new spatial sound thing that came out in WWDC, which we did a video on right up above in the corner right there. That is a video that you should watch to know more about these AirPods update stuff, but I will still talk about it now. Basically, the spatial sound feature is basically it has one here, it'll essentially have out of the 2 speakers, it'll have one speaker here, 2 speakers, and then 2 speakers to have 5 spatial surround, just like surround sound in your house. How you have maybe a sound bar and then you have your 2 speakers and your 2 speakers in the back. That's how most people would make, and then you have also your sub, but that's basically how you should make a surround sound in your house, in your living room. They're going to simulate the exact same thing in these little packages of earbuds. These little tiny little wireless packages are going to have the same features as your big surround sound. So that part is interesting. Very, very cool actually. And the other feature was switching between devices. So your phone, your iPad, your Apple Watch, your Mac even, switching automatically. So that's a really, really good, I think, feature to have. And it makes AirPods even more worth it. The way that they connect and stuff like that makes it even more worth it than usual, which is, it's a good thing, right? I mean, you want to have the most amount of features, and especially for the price of these things, and the noise canceling. That's another thing. I don't know if I talked about it in my last video, which my last video is also up in the corner above, but I don't know if I talked about it, but when I first got them, the update that they had was the update that was bad for the noise canceling and all that. So they've been keeping updating and keep improving all of these things, and honestly now it's sounding so good. Like so good. Like the sound quality, honestly, almost as good as these things. These are my Beats Solo 2s, which I also did a review on. It's up there. But basically, having that in such a small package is really nice and convenient. Like, these are so small and convenient. They're even smaller than my Jabras, which I used to have. Again, another review up there. So, these are awesome. I honestly love these. And after 3 months of use, this is all you should get. Like, AirPods-wise. If you have an iPhone, you get AirPods. If you're okay with having no noise cancellation, like if you really want the cheaper one with no noise canceling and no transparency mode and all that, you want the regular AirPods, that's fine. But at least get the wireless charging. The wireless charging is super, super useful. So I suggest getting the wireless charging for sure. But other than that, if you want the regular AirPods, get the regular AirPods. But if you don't, if you want these AirPods get these AirPods because they are so, so good. Like, unbelievable good. AirPods is all you should get if you have an iPhone. End of story. Like, they're just that good. Honestly, it's not that they're just that good, but it's like the sound quality isn't that bad, especially if you get AirPods Pro. The sound quality is actually pretty good. Noise canceling. You get noise canceling in a little earbud. That's pretty much, other than the Sony WF-1000B or whatever the heck they're called. The real name is right here. Other than that, this is the only other noise canceling earbuds out there, except for maybe a couple other new ones. But other than that, these are pretty much the only thing you can get, especially for an iPhone. That's all you can get, and the W1 chip is incredible. The auto pause feature, the convenience of them, the size factor, the fit and feel, this noise canceling, the sound quality, it all just adds up. Especially if you're, like I said, an iPhone user, the connectivity and all that, it all just adds up to the perfect little package, honestly, of what you want in an earbud. Basically, you should most definitely get these earbuds. I mean, they have the water resistance too. Like, I use them almost every day at least. You just put one in, and they fit so well in your ear, that they just fit so well in your ear that you don't have to bother with them or anything. Basically, the fit and feel of them, it feels like there's nothing in your ears anymore. So it's like, for me at least, going around the house and stuff like that, it's just so much easier, especially with the announced messages, the announced calling, all that stuff. You just have your phone somewhere in your house, doesn't really honestly matter, and your headphones work all the time. You have noise canceling whenever you want. You have transparency mode whenever you want. Like, you can just leave them in, and you turn transparency mode, you turn music off and all that, and it's like you're not wearing earbuds. But then you still get announced calls, you still get announced messages, you get all that stuff. Super, super, super good. And my 3 months later review is the same, or if better, than my first initial review on it, because it just is, once you have them and you have used them for 3 months, 4 months, whatever, these are honestly an earbud that will last. And not just that they will last, but they're an earbud that I don't think will become dead anytime soon. Now, I wouldn't say dead anytime soon, but just old tech. Like, I got my Jabras, and then honestly, a couple months later, all these AirPods kept coming in and being very, very AirPods started to become very popular, right? Like, they became this big thing that everyone wanted, and my Jabras became bad Bluetooth. Not the greatest sound quality. They were a little better than AirPods then, but not really the best. The connectivity to an iPhone was terrible. Just a bunch of different things that they didn't have. And then the AirPods Pro came out, and it's like, the Jabras were like almost 10 years old. They felt 10 years old. Like, these were the future. They felt, you get noise canceling in an earbud of this size, of a case this size, of the portability of this size, the lightness of this size, the comfort of this size. And you have noise canceling, you have transparency mode, you have anything that you want. This is just like having a Beats Solo Pros in a little package like this. I mean, sound quality isn't as good, I get that, but I mean, the noise canceling is pretty much the exact same and stuff like that. So you have your airplane, your coffee shop, your schooling, your anything you want in a small little package that's always going to be in your pocket. So I honestly don't think that these are going to get ever beaten, at least in another 1, 2, even 3 years from now. There's still going to be some people that either cannot still get that connectivity to an iPhone, right? Like, AirPods will always be that good, so you can't really beat that out. And you're not going to quite beat out the noise canceling or features of this earbud. Like I get they're $310, I think they were, Canadian. But they're going to last you for 3-4 years. That's a long time for a headphone. Like these have lasted 3-4 years, and again, they're Beats. So these were the first time. I know they're broken here, or they're kind of ripped here, and they don't look as good anymore, but they still work perfectly fine. And honestly, they have lasted a long time because they were the Beats. That was the year that Apple bought Beats. That was the year. That was like the first headphones that Apple made with Beats. So, and they've lasted this long. So what do you think these are gonna be, right? Like, if you should get this or not, and my answer is for sure. Maybe some people are gonna be like, well, those Beats that you had were also from Apple. Well, that's true. That is very true, and I honestly don't know what happened there. Most of the headphones that Beats and Apple are coming out with now are not having problems. They're really not. The Power Beats aren't having problems. The Power Beats Pros aren't having problems. Any of the headphone lines are not having problems. AirPods are not having problems. AirPods Pros aren't having problems. That kind of stuff. But for some reason, the Beats X just had a problem from even day one, honestly, because of, I guess, how cheap they are and the wire. But then again, the Power Beats Pros or the Power Beats have wires too, but I don't know. Wires going around your neck are a really bad idea, honestly. Having the wireless for quite a while, and then having the wireless from the Jabras, then going over to the wired, and the half wired, I guess you could say, and then going back to the wireless is the way to go. It's just so much more simple to put one ear in, put one ear. That's the other thing with AirPods that I like to put with Jabras, is just you can put either ear in, it doesn't really matter. That is actually extremely useful, actually, in real life, which is surprising. Sometimes you just want one ear in, or you want the other ear in, or the right ear you've had in forever, so it's dead. You put the left ear in, you charge the right ear, you just keep switching. It's fine. It's perfect, right? Like, you have that extra super battery life that you wouldn't get from a wired device, or even any other Bluetooth headphone, or earbud or whatever, because they would die instantly, and you can't use the one earbud for, just like my Jabras, you couldn't use the one earbud, which was the left earbud, if the right earbud was dead, because the right earbud was the connecting one, right? It was kind of like a daisy chain. Whereas AirPods doesn't really matter. You can use either one. Battery widget, which is in the iOS 14, that battery widget, honestly, the best thing that they could have ever done. Gave you all your AirPods battery life and your Apple Watch battery life and everything just instantly on your home screen. So AirPods are definitely going in the right direction, and they're the way to go if you have an Apple device. They're the way to go if you have anything that has that Apple logo on it, and you paid for that Apple logo. You might as well pay the extra and get AirPods. They work. They just work. But that was my kind of rant video. I know this isn't going to be that long of a video, but I just wanted to make a 3-month video because I made one for the Beats X, so might as well make one for my next headphones, which are, as you can see, the AirPods Pro. So, yeah. See ya in the next video, and bye. Please subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified of our videos every Wednesday, and let's post on Instagram.